Hello beautiful person, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to quickly master your beats. And this isn't going to be any of that nerdy stuff I usually be talking about. This is finna be on some trap type shit. This video is a quick fix that you'll be able to use right now at the end of this tutorial. Because, to keep it a stack with you, I'm making this video due to what I be hearing in beat review. Some beats be knocking for real, but others be hitting like a pillow in my headphones, no cap. So grab my free 14 drum kit, join my Discord, check out my EPK if you're new, then let's get started. Step 1 is soft clipping on the master. If you've seen this video, you know what the deep sigh was for. Let me explain. Soft clipping is important because soft clipping and brick wall limiting are the sound of modern music, and we're not going over nerdy stuff today. The longer full guides kind of talk about that. Hey, check it out. I'm literally editing the video you're watching right now. How meta is that? Anyway, read this blog on my website if you want to learn more about why soft clipping is pretty important. My blog is a good resource in general. Anyway, all you really need to do is just put the damn soft clipper on your master. Just do it, okay? Just do it. If you have FL Studio, it comes with one. So listen to this beat really quickly so we can do a bypass test. The loop was made by my homie Superman. He's super dope. Check him out on Spotify and Instagram. So that's already knocking, and now we're just gonna add the soft clipper onto it. We're just gonna go open up the fruity soft clipper on the master and do nothing else, and let's listen to it again. Now, if you want to take it one step further, you can use something to push gain into the soft clipper, which is basically what this knob does on TR5. But as you can see, the fruity soft clipper does not have this. And there's a bunch of different ways that you can create makeshift solutions, like using a parametric EQ2 and then using the master band and pushing the gain into it. But I like to just use this patcher stack from my band for band mixer preset kit, which has the fruity soft clipper chained to a VCA gain plugin, which this is free, by the way. Blue Cat Gain 3 is awesome. And it's just a VCA gain tool, and then it allows me to push volume into my soft clipper. And that's good. I think I want to mix it that +6 going into the soft clipper, and we can move on to the next step. Step 2 is leveling correctly. We actually will incorporate one nerd concept here, the big three, which you can learn more about in this video, but I'm also going to give you some hard levels to start with if you're still a noob at mixing. Because based off of what I be hearing in streams, some people can't tell that their beats are too quiet. And like I said in this video, which you should totally watch after this one, reference levels are actually good when you're starting out. Then once you get comfortable with mixing, you can let go of them. The first thing we want to do is route all of our drums, so we can highlight all of these, come into our mixer, and we can just start at track 5, command plus shift plus L to route all of those sequentially. Then we'll grab the melody and put that right there. So then we'll bring all the volumes down. So the three elements of the big three are low end, main snare, and melody. So we'll begin leveling in the kick, and to give you a good level that you can start with, like anything between -1 and -3 will be pretty solid, especially if you're just starting out and you feel like your beats aren't loud enough. Again, just make sure you have that soft clipper on the master. Like right there around -1 is dope to me. So now we can bring in more low end with that 808, somewhere around -6, I think is gonna work pretty well. And that's a level that I think I feel comfortable recommending to the homies just starting out. Then we bring in those second elements in the big three, which are gonna be that main clap and main snare. Probably a little bit less than where the 808 was, like maybe between -7 and -10. And then the last thing in the big three is going to be that melody, so we bring that in. And we also want to consider that there's going to be effects on that, so we can go ahead and start adding that in too. Just like basic melody stack to start. And so all of these are going to be the loudest things in our beat. And an important note is that that melody is going to be the third loudest thing in the beat, but because of the frequency distribution, it will be leveled relatively low compared to everything else in your beat in terms of gain that you can measure. But due to the frequency distribution, it will be perceived as louder. So that being said, let's level everything else in, considering that these elements are the most present. So we can get started with, say, the hats. We definitely want these drums to be loud. Might be louder in gain than the melody, if that, but never more present than the melody, and definitely not more present than, say, the snare or the 808 or the kick. Accent snares. Cowbell. We want those perks to be present, but never overpowering the big three. That shit is knocking clean, bro. Step 3 is a list of gems, tips and tricks that I use to make my beats sound better to artists. So the first thing I like to do is put on tonal balance on my master and then use that to kind of make decisions about what else I need to do in my mix. And it opens up right on the bass heavy preset. I have it set like that, and that's a preset that I like to mix to. So I'll just take a listen and look at what it's showing me. Okay, based off of what this is showing me, which is that it's super grumbly on the hyper low end, this brings us into the next tip I want to talk to you about, which is EQ. Now, in my normal mixing process, which I would highly recommend you get into learning once you master this simpler version of it, I would kind of have composite solutions based on signal flow, but we can do this one by one. So the first place I'm going to take a look is the 808, and I'm going to go to a preset in band for band, and let's link Neutron 4 because I like the soft saturation I can get with that equalizer. Okay, looks like we got most of it just on the 808. Let's see how much of that we could take care of on the kick. Let's do just a little bit more on the 808, maybe around that 200 hertz spot. So the next thing I'm going to do is add just a little bit of warmth to the melody by adding saturation with radiator, kind of fill in the mids based off of what I was seeing in tonal balance. Equalize that hi-hat just a little bit, again, based off of what I'm seeing. Equalizer right under this soft clipper on the master, and use one of the bands to kind of push frequency just a little bit to add a little bit more color to the overall mix. But then again, based off of what I'm seeing in tonal balance, we have a little bit of space to kind of push into those mids around 2K. Even around that 500. And then lastly, we can go back to that patcher chain and see if we can push gain into our clipper at all. Although we are already at +6, we probably just don't need any more. It doesn't hurt to check. And we can open up this free meter called DP meter 5. Take a look at the loudness as well. Man, that's how you trap the mix, bro. That shit sound clean. If your mixes still suck after this, then I don't know, buddy. It might be time to hang it up. I'm joking. But if you still have questions, join my Discord and ask them in the forum section. And if you're ready to level up your mixing even more, check out these rare mixing gems appearing on the screen now. I'll see you there. Peace.